The planogram that we came up with on our pick line was what the process that I did to come up with this, because I had asked LightSpeed, how do I do this? How do you know what goes on every shelf? Or even how do you know how many beds of shelving you should put in each section? We have a 5-section snack zone, and I don't know how many items should fit on each shelf and so forth. So what I did was extracted the volume information from our vending software on the fills per day, not the sales or anything like that, but the fills. So I did because we have a university and a military base, the volume can go up and down pretty drastically for us, especially summer versus October or April. So I grabbed 9 months of fill information for every single one of our products. Based on the category of that product, I then numbered them from what needs to go in the bottom of the tote to the top of the tote. And then we knew by category and what order it's to go in the tote. Then we also learned a lot of information about our items. Like in each category, maybe only 10 of the 25 items that we carry are 90% of our volume. So we were finding out a lot of information about the number of SKUs that we carry and if we need to pare that down. So it was not only helpful information on that, but also what we are using and what's a high volume in our company right now. For example, our candy category, we maybe have 40 items, but we found out that 90% of our volume are in the top 15 items. So, and there's different reasons for that. The schools, you have to carry whole grain and nutritious and fit picks and stuff like that. But it's interesting to look at that information. We had not ever really looked at that information before. So that was good to see that kind of volume information. So then we took that, and now I have by category what order it goes in the kit, and I know my top volume of items in every category. So from that, when you're picking on the line, you don't want the picker to have to bend over or reach up to grab items. So you identify your 2 to 3 shelves in each section, and that's where you want your highest volume items. So when you see our pick line, the first 2 sections is kind of amazing, because I think we have like almost 100 items in the first 2 sections. And we have them strategically placed so that the middle 2 to 3 beds have the highest volume items that we pick. And then from there, we just went down the line, and pastries are next, and in that section we only have 4 shelves, and in the next section we have 3, and that's how we determined how many shelves to put in each section and how many items needed to fit in that section. And then we also identified those 10 to 20 items, and we just have them on a shelf that's, you get just a shelving that you put in your garage or something at the beginning of the line and the end of the line, because your gum and mint doesn't need to take up a popular space on the shelf. And then the same thing at the end of the line. So we made the decision to make sure the box tops are tore off when you put the product on the back of the pick line when you're stocking it first. And the reason was because the first couple of times I was picking, even on the paper before we started on LightSpeed, was I get to an item and I need 17 Snickers, and there's 5 left in the box. And so I pulled the 5 out and put it in my chocolate bag and go to the next box, and now I have to take the box off the line, rip the top off, put it back on. I have no idea what my pick number is. I have no idea how many I've put into the bag. And so now I have to go back and count how many are in the bag. Okay, now I need this many out of the next box. When the box tops are already tore off, you don't even have to move the box that's empty. You can, grab the number that you need right away and then flip the box out when you're done.